Welcome to this episode of Pottawattamie County Routes. I am Todd Studer, and I get the honor today of sitting down and talking with one of the candidates for the upcoming election for the Pottawattamie County Board of Supervisors, and this is Mark Shoemaker. Thank you, sir, for coming in. Yeah. Hey, also, thanks for stopping by the campsite.
Oh, yeah.
I'm camping about in the bed, and all of a sudden the truck stops, and wait a minute, I think I know who that guy is.
Yep. No, I follow you, and I knew you were out at the park. It's one of my favorite parks.
Oh, yeah, isn't it? It's great.
It's great with the river there and just the wide variety of trees and the animals, the bison and elk. It's just a wonderful place to camp and spend some time. And I knew you were there, so I was going to try to see if I could catch you there. So.
You just barely caught me.
Yeah.
I was wrapping up.
You were tearing down camp, so yeah.
Definitely. But thank you for that. And ultimately, that led to this conversation. So, yeah, it was a time well spent as far as I am concerned. You are a candidate in what is a pretty crowded election for the Board of Supervisors. So, however, if memory serves, I think you were the first one that made it public that you were running.
Yeah, it was, I can't remember the exact date, but it was in early spring, late spring. The Board of Supervisors had a meeting and they decided not to renew John Rasmussen's contract. And that really kind of spurred me to put my hat in. I really enjoy working with the county for 32 years as a conservation director. And I know how important the people are in the county, all the employees. And it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way at that time. So
did you make the announcement that same day, or was it something you went home and sat on for a while?
I sat on it for a little bit. Actually, when I retired in August of 24, I said, well, if I ever want to get back into doing something, there's an opportunity to run for office to be a supervisor or get back involved with the county. At that time, I just said it was implied that I was going to maybe throw my hat in. I sat on it for a little bit and then eventually decided, yeah, I'm going to do it.
Now, you've been out and about. I've seen your signs. I know that you've been busy putting those up. I think you've probably put a lot of those up personally, haven't you?
I pretty much put all the big banners that I have out there, the 4x8 banners. I put all those up personally. A lot of the signs, I've had a little bit of help from family and friends, and try to get some out to people that say, hey, I know places where they can go, and just give them a handful or so.
Doing that, does it give you an opportunity to talk to people?
Yeah, it does. I'm going to have a little bit more opportunity. I just ordered some door hangers, so I'm going to be knocking on some doors, focusing in Council Bluffs a little bit. I raised my family in the Lewis Central School District, so they grew up in the Briarwood, Hills of Cedar Creek area. So I'll spend some time out there door knocking and just letting people know that I'm out there again. So that's coming up probably in the next week or so, maybe start this weekend.
Have you had a chance yet to get any feedback from people about what it is that they're hoping to see?
Yeah, people are concerned about taxes.
Sure.
They're concerned about wind turbines. They're concerned about the quality of the roads. I mean, they're issues that are always around. They're always going to be there. And it's just, you have to listen to those people and just kind of gauge where the community is at and see what you can do as a supervisor.
Well, have you announced any position yet as far as the wind turbines go? I mean, that's, you start driving, you get over by Atlantic, holy cow.
Yeah.
It's pretty crowded there.
Being in conservation, renewable energy is kind of sexy. It's nice to have something out there that can produce energy. But you start putting up wind turbines, it basically destroys the landscape as far as the view shed.
Yeah.
They're expensive to build. They have an impact on the ground. You don't know what their life expectancy is going to be. And then you have to decommission them and tear them out and clean up all the stuff. So I would not be in favor of wind turbines in the county, but we'll see how that all plays out legally with some of the companies that want to do it. So.
Yeah, it seems to be fights in a lot of different parts of the state. I got a friend of mine he lives in Palo Alto County up northwest Iowa, pretty close to Minnesota, and he hates them.
Oh, yeah.
He just doesn't want to see them anywhere. Yeah. And you can actually, I think there's a few places you can see them now. If you go to Okoboji, you can see them there.
Oh, really?
And it kind of, you're right, it does take away from, visually what it is you're looking at.
Yeah, I mean, you go around the county, down by Trainer, you see the no wind farm signs up. People just don't want to see them. And then there's still research out and studies out. I mean, do they affect migrating bird and bat populations? There's a study out that they're checking on the wind or the sound that they make. Is it affecting people in
I've heard
adverse
that.
ways? So they're still out there. It's, I mean, like I said, it's a sexy idea to have energy out there that's basically free, but it's not really free.
No,
Because you gotta pay to put them things up, and but there's people out there that want them too. So there's landowners that are excited to have them because they're going to get paid to have them on their property. So.
Yeah, it's passive income for them.
Yep.
They're not paying for the construction. They're not paying for the upkeep. They just have leased the footprint of where it sits.
Yep.
And so I can understand that, but at the same time, you put that up on your land, it affects a lot of people.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yep. If it's going to be 400 to 600 feet tall, you're going to be able to see that a long ways away. So.
All right, so that's just one of the issues that are out there. What are some of the other things that, for you are passionate about, and you want to make sure that by getting onto the board that your voice is heard with that? Service Master Restore by Shoemaker knows it can be hard to get things back to normal when you've suffered serious property damage due to flooding, fire, or smoke, and that can oftentimes lead to mold, and you may be left with all sorts of questions about how to get your home or business back to normal. It's easy. You give Cindy Schmader a call with Service Master Restore by Schmader. Her phone number, 402-339-9911. Primrose Retirement Community in Council Bluffs believes home should be a place of comfort, connection, and care. From personalized support to engaging daily activities, everything they do is designed to help residents live fully and confidently. At Primrose, that's their priority, to put the quality of their residents' care and daily needs at the top of their list each day and every day. It's not just about where you live, it's about how you live. Learn more about life at Primrose by going to primroseretirement.com, and then contact Jamie Bush at Primrose and discover a place that truly puts people first.
Yeah, well, like I said, working with the county for 32 years, I really respect the employees. And I want them to be in a culture that they want to be in, that they want to thrive, and they want to be there and work. Because as a supervisor, you're really not that important. You're there to do a budget and make sure people have the tools and the means to do their job. And I see it more as a burden to be a supervisor than to say like you want to have power or you want to be in control. That's not it for me. I want to be there for the people and really make them understand that there's a voice in the county courthouse building that's on their side and willing to listen to them.
Do you think, coming from the service side of the county where you did for decades to serving in this capacity, you think it gives you an advantage?
I think it definitely does. I've been able to work with a county budget, so I know how that process works. You learn what the other departments do, how they operate. You can't do stuff on your own as a department head or as a conservation department. You have to partner with all these other departments. You have to partner with people across the state and other agencies to get things done. One of the things that I'm proud of when we did projects that costed money, we didn't rely on specifically county dollars to do that. There may have been some county dollars in it, but we push that and try to get grants and leverage those dollars to bring in other dollars outside of county taxpayer dollars. So I think I have a pretty good leg up on how the county works.
Well, for me, my litmus test is the parks and everything going on that you were heading up with the conservation department. And yeah, well done, sir. I mean,
Well,
we have the parks that we have, the county parks that we have here, and I sing praises on the show all the time about them just because of how great they are and how unique each one of them is, and how each park serves people in a different way. And you get a different experience depending on where it is that you go. I don't know if that was by design or if it just kind of came together that way, but I know for me personally, I take advantage of it any chance I can.
Yeah, and that's something that I've realized too. I mean, I came here in 1992. We barely acquired Hitchcock Nature Center. Arrowhead, Botna Bend, Old Town Park, and Narrows were already established. And Long's Landing. I don't know if you remember Long's Landing. It was down by Lake Manawa,
Hmm.
kind of between the power plant and Lake
Yeah.
Manawa. So yeah, it was. I mean, that's something that Pottawattamie County has in their parks. Is you're right. They're all different and unique. You can get a different experience from each one, and I think we kind of marketed that a little bit and promoted that. It's pretty unique to have different things that you can do in a county.
I was glad to hear you say that how special Botna Bend is to you, because I'm not the only one
Yep.
that thinks this. Because for me, getting out into nature, I like quiet. I like to just kind of settle into my environment, and you get that at Botna Bend. And it's so expansive. You can get out, walk in the prairie grass, which will grow back. It's all been burned down, but it's
Yep.
going to grow back. But and it's such a peaceful experience for me. It's just how I'm able to center my mind.
Yep. And then yeah, it's I'm the exact same way. I'm kind of biased, or I should be unbiased, I
Yeah.
should say, with county parks. I love them all here. But yeah, Botna Bend is a little special, and we've done some work there. We've done some work in all the parks just to make them a little better and enhance them. And we try to listen to the people in the county and our visitors and see what their needs are and try to build the parks around those needs and wants.
Is this the first time you've ever run for public office?
It's the first time I've ever run for public office. Yeah.
It,
And as far part of my, I mean, you have to be in politics when you're in conservation or
Sure,
county
yeah.
department. And it was my least favorite thing to do. So it's kind of ironic that I'm running for public office and getting into politics, but I know you have to do it. You have to be involved with it and just understand it.
you're still reasonably early into this, though. Anything surprise you after you got into something that I didn't realize it was going to be this way? Or
No, I've been around long enough that I've seen enough races and
yeah,
know
yeah, that's true.
what happens and what you have to do. 32 years, I've seen a lot of board of supervisors go through, and I've been able to work with every single one of them. So
Yeah, that's I think key is working together towards a common goal
Yep.
and agreeing on what that common goal is. I mean, that's a big part of it, but those are the types of things, and the reason why you have it's a board of supervisors, plural, not one.
exactly, there's 5 of us. So,
Right.
you can't do anything alone. You're not always going to agree, but I think once you do agree, I think you move forward and do the best you can.
So you've got events planned. I saw something online. You've got something coming up that you're going to be talking to people.
Yeah, May 7th, I have a meet and greet out at Oakland Community Center
Mhm.
from 4:30 to 7. And then the following week after that, on May 14th, I'll be at Barley's doing the same thing. So I have 2 events coming up.
Are you planning on giving any kind of talks at those events?
Yeah, I think I'm probably going to be expected to give
Yeah.
a speech or something, or just let people know who I am, why I'm running, and just welcome people there and encourage them to vote on June 2nd. So
Well, and that's you bring up a good point. That's primary. That's
Yes.
primary time is on June 2nd. And in order to the way I understand it, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, that it is still is it a party race? Still Republican and Democrats, so you need to be one of the top 3 Republicans going through, or is it because there's only 2 Democrats running? Does that mean there's going to still be 6 on the ballot come November time? I'm not sure how
yeah,
that works.
there's 2 Democrats that are running. They won't have a primary, so they'll
Yeah.
be on the ballot in
Mhm.
November. And then out of the 9 Republicans that are running, the voters will have the opportunity to pick 3
3.
that will go through. Yeah, for the general election in November.
Okay, so I've never run for public office, and I can say with certainty I never will, because I don't have the guts that
Yeah.
you do and other people like you have to put your hat into the ring and to take that kind of stuff, because it can get a little aggressive, I
Yeah.
guess, at times, especially online when you're not sitting across like you and I are right now. And, if you have a conversation in person, it's altogether different than if
Oh,
you're
yeah.
just arguing in a comment section.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons that I stay away from it. But uh, as you're heading in from primary, do you even think at all about the general election in November, or is this just all focused right now on primary?
I mean, you think about it a little bit, but you have to get through the primary before you even can like focus on that, I think. I mean, it's always in the back of your mind, but um yeah. And it's you're exactly right. When you get the emails and the text messages, you can't assume that those are good or bad. You can't really read into them. You do read into them, but you might read into them wrong. So I think face to face and talking on the phone is way better than
Yeah,
anything online or
there's no voice inflection in an
exactly.
email or a text message or a comment, a
Yeah.
printed comment. There is no body language.
Yep.
The nuances are gone. Anything that we see in that, we've put into that. It's a great way to talk about that, because now we're getting into psychology, but
Yep.
you
We
know,
are.
it's it's a tough place to be, but that is now the arena that you're in.
Yeah.
You know, that is, elections are won and lost online now. It's where
Oh yeah.
we've seen it happen from small level all the way to national level, and it's just a reality of where we live. So operating inside of that system is, are you? I do see some things from you online. So I see, you're sharing some events you're going to or things like that. Anything else you're doing out there? I'm curious about how you're reaching people the most effective way.
Yeah, not yet. I'm just doing mostly Facebook posts
Mm-hmm.
and a little bit of targeted texting to some groups that we know, especially with events, trying to get people to know about the events that are coming up and getting them invited and at least getting it out there so they know about it. Um, there's obviously ballot chasing that'll be coming up once the absentee ballots start
Mm-hmm.
going out. You can get those lists and do some mailings, postcard mailings, and stuff like that. So that'll be happening, and I'm assuming all candidates will be doing that. If they aren't, they should be. So because it's nice to try to capture those early votes. Other than that, nothing really too crazy. Coming on a podcast is good.
Yeah.
I'll definitely get on some radio stations
Mm-hmm.
and go that route. But yeah, social media is pretty much the way I'm going right now.
Do you have any theories as to why the race is so crowded this year? I mean, that's a large number of people that are running.
Yeah, yeah. There. I mean, if weird stuff is happening in the county with the supervisors, people are gonna want to come out and express their interest and disappointment. So I think that's why there's so many this year. So I think the last 3 years have been pretty strange as
And
far as county supervisors.
any part of that that you want to expand on? I mean, I don't want to put you on the spot here. So, but is there anything in there that stands out to you?
Yeah, there is, and I mean, there. It's just I think I'm not going to get into that really.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of in the past, and um, I think people know about it, and I don't think they're going to forget about some of the issues of the past. My main focus is making sure that the employees of the county are in a good location. They want to be here to work. I saw after John Rasmussen was let go, departments kind of went into their silos. They don't want to get out there and work with other people. They were just, I mean, they were scared. They didn't know if they could be next. So I want to make sure that the county employees know that they have someone on their side and that someone's going to be fighting for them too, in addition to the people of the county.
Talk about your why for Pottawattamie County and for Council Bluffs. You said you raised your family in Lewis Central District.
Yeah.
So, and I ask this question of a lot of people and get varying answers.
Yeah.
But there's a reason you're here, because you can be anywhere.
Oh yeah.
So, what is it that keeps you here?
Well, I mean, some of it goes back to my childhood. My parents are from Creighton and Plainview, Nebraska, so they're northeast Nebraska. We used to come over here in the summertime and visit their families or my grandparents. We come through the hills, and they were just bluffs to me. We'd come across and I'd see them. So I mean, that kind of got me thinking about it. I went to University of Northern Iowa. biology and earth science majors, and I had a buddy that graduated before me. He came over here and got a full-time job up at Hitchcock. So I kind of followed the next year and came over and did an internship. And it's just a very unique county, I think, with the Luss Hills and the Missouri River. You have farm grounds, and the people are very proud over here, and I think they really enjoy, and they don't take for granted what they have over here. And I met my first wife over here. We raised a family at Lewis Central. She passed away in 2020 with cancer, and then I met another person, and we got married, and I have a blended family, and I'm staying. So it's just a wonderful community to be a part of. You can just see how the people love it here and want to be here. I've seen a lot of change in 32 years. Yeah. I remember when Menards was going up down on the South Expressway, mm-hmm. and there was pretty much nothing over there. So Council Bluffs has grown. Pottawattamie County has grown. I think we can do more with additional housing and bringing more business in, more economic developments. Tourism is always a huge industry in any town or any county or any state. And I think Council Bluffs, Pottawattamie County have a lock on that. So
yeah, I would agree, and especially with the getting back to the park system again. If you want to talk about bringing people here from other areas, that's got to be at the top of the list. Yeah. Where else but here can you find a place like Hitchcock?
Yep.
I don't know where any place else is. Not to the level that what is created there, and how it continues to grow and evolve. Not wholesale changes, but just small little micro changes that just add to the entire experience every time that I'm out there. Every time I've gone, it's different than every other time. And it is, I consider it to be one of the blessings, and very fortunate that we have something like that in this area. But there's a lot of things, I think, going on in the county.
No, you're exactly right about Hitchcock. It was a diamond in the rough. People didn't really know about it. Early on, I don't think we wanted people to know about it because we didn't want the impact on it right away. And once you start developing it and people realize what's out there, you get the trails out there, you get camping, you get all the environmental education programs out there, the Hawk Watch. You just start building with that, and it gets busy on times, but that's what it's there for. It's there for people to enjoy, but staff are very cognizant of that impact and try to manage it the best they can. So
yeah, I would sing praises about the staff all the way through with Pottawattamie Conservation. Everybody that I meet, very knowledgeable, very passionate, and very dedicated to what it is that they do. And I think that ties back into there is a work ethic here that we have in Pottawattamie County that I'm not going to say isn't anywhere else, but it is definitely something that's measurable here. You can see it. And I think that is something to be celebrated.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You talk about Midwest values. I think you can come to Pottawattamie County, and that's a definition of Midwest value. As a conservation director, my success wasn't my own. I had the people around me doing all the work. And that's what makes a successful program, is having great people. And I think it's the same way with all the county departments and county employees. They want to be here, they want to work, they want to do a good job, and I want to help them do that.
By the way, we did not pre-read questions here or anything like that, but I just thought of something. This is a question that was asked to me. I was on a job interview. And this was a question that was asked to me on the job interview, so I was going to ask it for you.
Okay.
If you are elected to the Pottawattamie County Board of Supervisors, what's job one? What's the first thing as you step into that role that you want to tackle? Your home for all natural health solutions in southwest Iowa is Bambi's Green Acres Natural Market. Serving the area since 1997, Bambi is located at 805 South Main Street in Council Bluffs and has a wide selection of vitamins, supplements, essential oils, herbal remedies, and a lot more. Staffed with over 37 years of experience, Bambi is putting health back in your hands. Explore your wellness options online at bambisgreenacres.com. At some point, it touches all of us. A hospital visit, a moment we didn't see coming. The Jenny Edmondson Foundation is there to make sure that care is ready when it matters most. And you can be a part of that. Spend a summer night at the Wheels of Courage Car Show, tee it up at the Spirit of Courage Golf Tournament, or stand with the community during Pink Out this fall. It all stays right here, helping local families and patients. Visit jehfoundation.org and be a part of it.
Job one is going around to all the department heads and just let them know that I'm here. That if there are any needs or any wants or any questions out there, they can come to me. Job two is doing the same thing with the public. I mean, I want to have an open door. I want to have people be able to call me. I know I'm going to get, you can't please everybody. So I know there's going to be complaints and issues, but you just deal with those and move forward. So when I get on, it would be January 1st of 27. So they'll be right in the middle of budget session. But I think if you get elected in November or even prior to that, I go to Board of Supervisor meetings. So you have to stay up on top of all of that even before you step into office. So I think you start the job before you're even officially in. So
yeah, it's it's that old coaching mentality of, be prepared.
Yeah.
If you're on the bench, you got to be game ready at any point because you don't know when your number's going to be called. In this particular case, you would know. Yeah. I mean, because it's not exactly the same, but at the same time, it is public service is something that I think should be respected, and I think from both sides.
Yep.
I think that being a public servant should be respected, and being on our side of those of us who are not running for anything, just the fact that you're willing to put yourself out there, that alone deserves respect. And then we can sit down, talk about issues, find out about what it is that you believe and stand for. And I'm sure that the farther you get into this, the more of those conversations you're going to have.
Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming you're going to start hearing some things that maybe you hadn't thought of before.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big, wide place.
Yeah, we had the first public forum was last night at the library here in town.
Yeah.
All 9 candidates were there. Cole Button was a moderator. There was a couple of prepared questions ahead of time, and then the audience got to ask some questions, just write down some questions and pose those to the candidates. And it was, it was well attended, and I really appreciate forums like that. It not only gives the people of Pottawattamie County a chance to see what you're about or what the candidate's about, but it lets me kind of gauge the candidates too and see where they're from and what they're going to do. So it was a good event. And the next one I think is May 12th out at Oakland at the community center.
That something just occurred to me, and it's a good point that you just brought up, because you're going to vote, you're going to go in.
Yep.
We assume we know one of them that you vote for, but there's going to be 3 that you get to vote for on that ballot. So not only are you a candidate, but you're a voter.
Yep, exactly.
Because you're going to be involved in helping to select other members of that board.
Yeah, exactly. So you got 3 votes. You can use them all. You don't have to use them all. But yeah, it's important to understand your candidates and what they're about, and pick the right ones, hopefully.
Well, something else that I like to do, done this in networking groups before, it's easy to focus on what's wrong because that's the kind of stuff that just kind of jumps out. But taking a look at what's right and what is working and what is, all right, these are the things that we have that we can be proud of. Is there anything about being in Pottawattamie County that stands out to you? And you say, you know what, we're doing something right here.
Yeah. Well, I could always jump to parks, but
and that's fair. That's fair though, because that's your expertise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the communities are are doing a good job building their communities up. I think they
Yeah.
understand that they have to have the infrastructure, they have to have housing. I think the communities are doing a better job of doing that. I don't think it's a burden that has to be on Council Bluffs alone, as far as providing housing and all the amenities and resources. But they're doing a good job too. So I think we just need to keep focusing on housing, and business growth has been good in Pottawattamie County. So I think those are some areas that have really stepped up a little bit. So, but you can do more.
There is that is something. It's not unique. There's other areas in the country the same way, but all of Pottawattamie County, you can say, because of the proximity to the metro, that you can live in a small town in Pottawattamie County and drive into the metro for work, and vice versa. I mean, that can happen. Part of the state where I grew up, that's not the case.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up in a bedroom community of anywhere. So there has to be a cooperation, is my point going on with that. You have to have city employees and county employees working together, because this is a place where those things need to be in cooperation with each other and work for the same type of lifestyle, in my mind.
Oh yeah. And that's something that I believe in. And it was hard to understand when I was working as conservation director, why the county and why the city of Council Bluffs didn't get along. It might've been personality issues or who knows, it just kind of boggled my mind why that wasn't happening.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to get along with everybody. I got along with the city of Council Bluffs. I still do. And I think it's important to work with Council Bluffs and all the other communities. Carter Lake, all the way down to Macedonia, one of the smallest ones. So, I think you have to work together to get things done.
Well, there must be something along those lines. I mean, you had a city council member moderating a countywide forum.
Yeah.
So obviously somebody must be thinking about that.
Yeah,
I think that would be part of it.
Yeah, I think so. And Cole did an awesome job moderating. I'm not sure who's going to moderate the next one. But yeah, it was important having a city council member moderate that, I think, in Council Bluffs. So I don't know if it was planned like that, or if it was, they did an awesome job doing it. So,
well, what's next step for you then? You've got a month now, a little over a month until the primaries. Yep. So how do you feel that time?
Like I said, I just got the door hanger, so I'm going to do some knocking and talking and walking. I got the 2 events coming up in May on the 7th and the 14th at Oakland and then at Barley's. And just getting more signs out and talking to people, trying to get to some civic events and just getting out there, meeting people.
Well, it's I am thrilled that you came in to talk to us today. Also grateful for your willingness to throw your hat into the ring, regardless of the outcome. Yep. That in itself, to me, it's important that we have folks that are passionate enough about it to get out there and do that. So I'm grateful that you are in it. Thanks for stopping at the campsite.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah.
And, I hope that we can continue to talk and moving forward. And I wish you the absolute best, not just in the primary, but as you continue on with the campaign.
All right. Thank you very much. Yeah. And I thank you for letting me come in too. So it's awesome.
Well, this is Mark Shoemaker, and he's running for Pottawattamie County Board of Supervisors. And that wraps up today's show of Pottawattamie County Routes. Please hit the share, like, follow, any of the other buttons that helps that algorithm push this information out even farther, and more people inside of the county can see what is happening right here at home. My name's Todd Studer. Have a great weekend.